Hello, America. It's Friday, February 25th, 2016, and this should be the news presents The Week That Wasn't, a service for the perpetually confused. This week's episode is brought to you by Bellator Mixed Martial Arts, who present Squarespace versus Wix. The two leading website building platforms square off in a cage this Sunday to see which one will be crowned the UFC of URLs. Our first story is in politics. Rumor, Obama to overwhelm Mitch McConnell with the whitest SCOTUS nominees ever. Despite statements by Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell that they would not even entertain vetting a Supreme Court nomination, President Obama seemed undeterred, and experts say that's because he has a secret weapon in his back pocket. White nominees! For the past 7 years, President Obama has been collecting names and pigment counts of some of the nation's most talented Caucasian and albino lawyers and judges, anticipating just such a battle. It looks like the president is ready to fight the soft Republican racist fire with pure red-headed ginger fire. What will the party of the angry old white guy do when confronted with a flood of pure Aryan nominees? Will Mitch McConnell stick to his pledge to ignore his sworn duties to the citizens of Kentucky and the United States just to sabotage the legacy of the nation's first black president? Or will he cave to his devotion to the white race? One thing is certain, this is going to be quite the election year. In technology, study, 97% of the time Facebook Messenger thumbs up really means shut up already. Enough, please stop typing is apparently the most common underlying message at the other end of that Facebook Messenger thumbs up you just received. Facebook's graphic artist settled on this after scrapping an animation of a hand making the blah 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 gesture. Mark Zuckerberg told investors on a shareholder phone call yesterday, "We wanted to develop a way that users could send a quick and condescending response that looks positive and upbeat to an overzealous chatter. Something that passive-aggressively acknowledges that you've received the message but requires the absolute bare minimum of effort and thought to execute. It's the cyber equivalent of a cool story, bro, and hopefully will slow down your chatty Cathy a notch." In entertainment news, Sports Illustrated finally embraces the objectification of plus-sized women. Many sports fans had no idea there would be history in their mailboxes last week when they found the 2016 issue of the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. Cover girl Ashley Graham burst through the supermodel glass ceiling as the first plus-size model to grace the magazine's pages. But Ashley didn't just make history inside the magazine. Her bust was busting out all over the cover, too. Amazing! For too long, fashion designers, magazine editors, and Madison Avenue advertising men have been mandating what the ideal body type is for our hormonal young boys to pleasure themselves too. That creates a dangerous and unrealistic image of the kind of sex object they can hope to bone in their adult lives, and pressures women into maintaining unrealistic and often unhealthy bodies. This vapid pursuit is bad for the sexual development of both genders. Now, Ashley represents a step towards acceptance of all body types as suitable vapid objects of desire. That's progress. Sure, there may be some wealthy or alpha males that will actually manage to win a real, live, breathing sex trophy that looks like she stepped out of the pages of Sports Illustrated, but many others will have to settle for women like Ashley with curvy human proportions. Others will have to set their ambitions even lower and actually find the inner beauty in the unsexy gutters of interesting conversation, common interest, and complex emotion. Things the magazine doesn't seem ready to embrace yet. In legal briefs, Department of Justice orders Apple to help them hack suspect's thumb off to unlock phone Touch ID. The Department of Justice has filed a motion requesting a federal court order Apple to comply with a magistrate's order that the iPhone maker help them hack off the thumb belonging to one of the San Bernardino shooter suspects in order to gain access to their phone via Touch ID, a fingerprint sensor built into the latest iPhone handsets. We asked Don Blackhat, a Department of Justice spokesman, for comments, and he admitted, "We've tried hacking this thing with all our best code breakers. We've tried passwords like 1234, password, and jihad. All our most cutting-edge stuff that's worked in the past. We've tried brute force hacking software, but now we've gotten a judge's permission to just hack off the damn thumb and be done with it. But we need Apple's help building a magical revolutionary new thumb saw." In response, Tim Cook issued a statement saying, "It's the privilege of a lifetime to work with the most innovative people on earth, protecting users' information and privacy. We make every effort at Apple to deliver an elegant experience for users, with and without thumbs. And Apple does not make comments about future product lines, although we certainly could make a revolutionary product in this space. Apple could deliver thumb saw innovation in such a beautiful, integrated, and easy-to-use way that all American felony suspects could be thumbless by Q1 2017. But again, we do not make public comments on our product pipeline plans." Apple stock was trending higher in after-hours trading on the rumor of a possible iThumb saw. Update, John McAfee has offered to bite the thumb off for a fistful of greenies. Update, the FBI has admitted they reset the password on the device. Update, the FBI has also admitted they dropped the handset in a toilet. In entertainment news, we go to our entertainment correspondent, Mark Pants. Mark Pants, take it away. Thanks, Mark Pants. Cruel Bonnaroo organizer gets off on listing and much more on flyer with 40 plus bands. Promising new Borecore trio, Gravitational Waves, who stand out in a crowded field of popular new bands that specialize in ambient pitch shift endurance kazoo music over an out-of-tune toy piano, repeating a single note, were totally devastated to find they were not listed on the 2016 Bonnaroo flyer and were lumped in with 3 other bands as and much more. Sources close to the Bonnaroo Brain Trust say that the and much more is used as a power play to keep some of the lesser bands in line. They explain to the bands with a completely straight face that they don't have room on the flyer, or if they're feeling especially ballsy, the printer ran out of ink. In legal news, LA roofer BJ Simpson says no one suffered like me at the hands of OJ. The television sensation The People vs. O.J. Simpson has Los Angeles roofer B.J. Simpson pining for the days when people would make jokes that his first name was an abbreviation for a slang term for fellatio. Fast forward to 1994, when B.J. Simpson found himself the innocent victim of a terrible crime. B.J. was quoted as saying, "I don't think anyone was as bummed out about the Nicole Brown Simpson, Ronald Goldman double murder trials more than me. I was really put through hell, and this television event is really bringing back a lot of that pain," the unfortunately named B.J. Simpson told us. Maureen Jocks would call the house and ask me dumb questions like, "Hey, B.J., have you found the real killer yet? Hey, B.J., are you late for your flight? Hey, B.J., where's Leslie Nielsen and A.C. Collins?" Then they would drop some out-of-context catchphrase on me like, "But good," or "cha-ching," and hang up. I wouldn't even know what they meant, but it hurt all the same. Now BJ spends his free time heading up a non-profit support group for people with names that sound similar to those of history's worst monsters. Tim Bundy, Joan Wilkes Booth, and Jonathan Stalin are among the group's members. This has been The Week That Wasn't, brought to you by This Should Be the News. For all these stories and more, make sure to visit thisshouldbethenews.com.